Okay. The tapping is distinctly lighter when I'm using the Apple Pencil. Surprised that login behaved itself. Boop. With anyone? Yep. Alright, so... you'll hear a bit of clicking because I have shit to look at on the computer for this one. As I'm going to be using that hunting guide for Ouroboros in Operation Cube. Because I actually managed to understand and get it to sort of work. I managed to beat her 3 times. So I need to beat her once more and then the thing is done, I have what I need. And then we can just push on and fuck about with whatever. It's in here collecting batteries. It's still building, so we can't do shit with that. 49,000. I'm gonna leave that sitting for a good while longer. We're done. Who are you? It's a machine gun, but I don't know which. Hey. Hello, my son. Oh. He does a wee thing where he wants to bounce on the bed, so he starts bobbing up and down. Seeing things are in the way. There. I'll move this too. The evil box is out of your way. You can sit down now. Oh, I poked him too much. He's not, or scratched him too much. He's now trying to climb up on the banister. Right. Oh, pardon me. I apologize for my sins. No, I'm not gonna try building anything on top of just the fact that I only have like 13 contracts. I managed to make a 3rd ferry earlier, but the parts are too low for me to comfortably try and make another one with how like shit the rates are for actually getting the damn things. I mean, I got the last one with like 3 2000s and then 500 parts, so that does work. It's just, it's not the full thing. Hello. Besides, I want to at least, you know, do at least a chunk of the grinding before I put any big builds in, so that I'm not below 10k rations before we get going. The coloring is fine. I have it up on the TV because why not? And yeah, it's the only way I can really hear the music when recording off the iPad. It has to filter through the TV. Let's have a look. Where are we? There is this like Ouroboros Finder program someone made, but all the instructions are in Korean, and I think, I don't know, like I'm misunderstanding something about it, and Google Translate does not help that much. Let's see, I need you. Okay, hang on. Right. Okay, let's do that. And that. Yep, there we go. Sick. Oh. Kitty cat. Oh. He's tired still. The eyes are closing. Why do I have an alright name? Rewards for shit. Yeah, things have changed since the last recording. I've like actually done some shuffling of echelons. Echelon 1 was mostly the same, except Shipka got swapped out for 45, who actually needs to be trained up to the standard of everyone else, but you know, she does a good job. Well, a fine job, considering the shit she's been thrown at. She's like a good few notches above her actual performance level. Echelon 2 is exactly the same, I just leveled up a bit. Need to actually start leveling them up more, getting equipment and dual dummy linking and all in. They're coming along just fine. Echelon 3 have become even more monstrous. They're now over 20,000 power in the day and night battle. Famous, I think Famous was X5 last stream, I forget. She's X5 now, and FNC is also X5. Ryby and Tokyo are basically 3 levels off. I have the sheer amount of cores and at least 1 dupe for each of them. So I can get them the X5 fairly cheaply. Hell, I might even have them this stream of a grind long enough and right enough. H4 has not changed. Well, Emily got her summer costume from the event, but otherwise exactly the same. They're having performance issues in like higher level night battles and higher level stuff because, as you can see, their night battle score is quite low because they don't have any night vision. In fact, I don't think machine guns can't even equip night vision. So the solution to that, as far as I can see, is get a certain fairy type called an illumination fairy, which lights up and basically grants vision to everyone in the fucking thing. But I do not have, that fairy. Hello, Hammer. Gungeon X Girls Frontline crossover when? It's gotta happen sometime. I mean, they have a Valhalla crossover, they have a DJ Max crossover. It could happen. Maybe. Yeah, what was I saying? Just noticing the video there, the video feed, and wonder if I can do something about the black bars and shit. Don't know if I can. That's something I'm not to tinker with. My son. Yes, just running down the echelon changes. These guys are the same, apart from Emily's costume. The win animation on that's fucking funny. I'll have to make them fight something so you can see that. This lot are mostly the same. Like they have the taunt fairy now because I was like, hey, why not? They could use it. M37's almost X4. Everyone else is just like leveled and has most of their stats. Baby squad is still baby. The training squads is where we get more interesting because on top of Jericho, who we got like fucking, I got 2 more Jerichos after the stream last time, where I got 2 of her on stream. Like she's sorted up to like X4. Newcomers, on top of Vector, there is MG5, who is like a really high-end machine gun, who I got like 2 days ago when trying for a certain machine gun called Negev. Or Negev, I don't know how to pronounce it. She seems pretty cool. Whoops. I have, in the anniversary event when I started playing, it gave me, gave everyone like a free shot at a costume for a character. It's a random costume, and I got her a Christmas one. And it's taken me this long to get her. Seems pretty good though. Like every X hits, like every 3 hits or 4th shot will just deal gigatons damage. And that's just always on, so it's sick. Training Squad 2 is, there's Contender, the fucking legend. She's currently training her skill up to level 10 because I haven't put any auto battles in, so fuck it, she might as well. G41 and MDR have been like rescued from permanent logistics duty because I want to use them in squads. So, they're both in here waiting for auto battles to start. Thompson is also there because she's a really good SMG. She's usually highly recommended, and also she is just a good SMG. And also I've gotten like genuinely like 3 dupes of her, because when you go into heavy production and you try and make a shotgun, and it seems anytime it doesn't roll shotgun, it just rolls Thompson instead. It's like you have a 50-50. Are you getting any shotgun or are you gonna get Thompson? And that's basically it. So that works out well. And then squads 9 and 10 are just little logistics squads, just made up of whoever. Shipka's in here because she's got bumped from Echelon 1. So she's being used for, just level conditions. And Captain China's squad has changed a bit, but she still leads the way. I'm considering putting her on an actual squad because one of my planned squads is another shotgun, like 2 shotgun, 2 machine gun, or 2 rifle squad. So she'll actually see combat at some point. And what we're doing today is first finishing this shit off. You can see I managed to actually find and kill Ouroboros 3 times because I understand the guide now. Last time I was looking at the map at the wrong point. I thought like it was at the end of turn 2 was how you decide where she is, but it's not. It's at the end of turn 1, start of turn 2. I just, misread the instructions. I just brought it to here so that way we can see the story advancement and then, you know, also to do the thing on stream. I might grind this mission for like so much for at least try and get one of these because they're limited drops and when they're in the event is gone, like they're basically gone. Well, her and I think her actually turn up as story maps at some point, but the higher end ones are basically like for this event or then just held back for like drop events and shit. So if we can get any of them now, you know, that would be sick. I just noticed it's an 8,000 strength mission. But Ouroboros herself is a 14,000 power enemy? Really? There's also enemies in here that are like 9,000 battle power? It's fucking nuts. But yeah. Let's go. Right. First we zoom right the fuck out. So we will need that zoom out. Come on. Deploy the fucking murderers first, because of course. And off we go. Third one is basically always the same. Step forward, behind them. Each one guards that helicopter port, because if that helicopter port gets taken away, we lose 1 action point per turn. And that would suck. Like every extra helicopter port gives you another action point, so we just want basically every single one of those we can get. Nah. This is where the fun begins. Oh, they want to pick a fight. Sometimes it just walks off into the night. This time it wants to fight. Whatever. It's a bit of a shit show for them. I've also turned off auto skill because that's just more efficient for these. Rip. Thinking of grabbing Dragon Quest II for mobile. I've heard the mobile ports of the Dragon Quest games are actually really good. Like unlike the Final Fantasy ports, which apparently have this really shit sprite work. So, you know, go for it. Let me know how it goes if you do. Waiting for a sale, but I don't think it's coming anytime soon. Do they often have... Right now, I don't actually remember any time there's been like a sale for like iOS games or anything. Or, I wouldn't know Android, but I certainly don't remember any on iOS. There aren't like any, you know, the game does inside itself. Maybe I should try paying attention to that actually. Okay, nah. There's no big sale events. But the like, individual stuff might go on sale. Occasionally people do put their games on sale. Fair enough. I really should try and keep an eye on that then. Alright, let me look away from the chat for a moment, because this is where I have to consult the map. Let's see. Over in the far left, none of those points were taken, so she's not there. Point 6 dropped down there. Point D got taken, which is that question mark in the bottom left. Above that helicopter port. Nothing spawned at the middle bottom helicopter. Points J and I both got taken, so that's unfortunate. H also got taken though, which... How did H get taken? It must have been someone already spawned there, and... That makes sense. No, okay, actually no, that doesn't make sense. She's probably in that bottom right corner then. Because the helicopter port can't have something standing on it. That thing walks off it and then it can spawn something else to move. It can only like spawn something and then move it at the start of the turn. But based on that, I think she's in the bottom right corner right now. Like the very far bottom. I could be entirely wrong. I could be reading these things like fucking wrong. But I'm presuming she's at the very bottom right. Any which way, we need to get down to here and steal this. There's usually some sort of thing there. Once like the 10,000 battle power Metal Gear was sitting here and it was walked into them, and I learned that day that Echelon 3 can fucking kill. Fairly reliably fucking kill like 10,000 battle power Metal Gear enemy squads. So there you go, they fear no man or god. For example, Ironhide Games put their games on sale at the same time as the Steam sales going on. Hey, that's nice of them. Is their games like also on Steam, I presume? Or they just like use the opportunity? And this Ironhide are actually the developers of something I know and just haven't realized. Some of them, yes. Ah, okay. That's pretty new. Let's see. Yeah, so if I'm right, let me just check the list of rules that that everyone seems to have worked out. I don't know how players worked out these fucking rules, but they did. Let's see. If she's at any of the points A, F, G, H, K, or L, she's there. No, that's the wrong one. A is not taken. F, G are not taken. H is taken. So she might be on that one. Oh, She might be on that one, actually, yeah, and then J is taken, L's not taken. Okay, so, yeah, I think like either way she's in that bottom corner, because the rest of those are just like, if B is taken and one of the points near B is taken, that's her, but B isn't taken. C and D are not taken, D and E are not taken, well D's taken, but E isn't. I and J are both occupied, so that means she's down there. And sure enough, I and J are both occupied, and theorizing that she's down there. And the bottom row is if nothing of that happened, she's probably on D. But let's see. Usually, if all the otherwise microtransactions included in. I mean, that's a good system to have. Like selling a, a game that relies on microtransactions, but just everything already unlocked or included. As like a priced game. That's like a good model. There was like some game I remember doing that I bought and liked. I forget which. The problem is she can move wherever in that like clump of red squares. And we won't be able to find her so easily. It is a lot more efficient in this case to activate everyone's skills manually, because like when there's waves of enemies, you kind of want to see if certain ones for certain times, like the 2 power abilities, FNCs and righties, are better off for whenever the second wave is nearing, so you can like kill off the last of the first wave and murder the second wave, like just in one fell swoop. Shut that shit. Some other things I've like noticed or like picked up on is like stun grenade and smoke grenade is actually like a really good combination. It's probably a bit obvious why. Smoke grenade slows people down, so they kind of clump together with anything behind them. Stun grenade will then just catch all of them if it's aimed that way. It's good shit. 2-star MG. Your enemies need to get real close to shoot you. Those aiming algorithms need upgrading. They really do. Especially since like our ranges aren't too bad, all things considered. Although saying that, you'll see that someone around here actually does have a pretty good aiming algorithm. They kind of save it for the people who matter, it seems. Run into these. Get that shit out. And just go fuck wild. Dodge up, everyone does Hulk out. Get that grenade going. And the cannons, despite being armored, are usually pretty fucking weak, so just... Oh, they got off a shot, the prick. Well, one of them did. And we'll go down and to the right. Sweep right. Just sweep right and up and try and chase her. And that's presuming I have guessed this right and she actually is over here. Because she might actually be just somewhere else and just spend her turn not moving. Because apparently she can do that. She'll just not move sometimes. So that's great. It's a somewhat, and by somewhat I mean moderately aggravating event, this one. We'll actually be able to hold this point because there's a white spot nearby. A little shitling moved in instead. Hello, David. I'm just gonna sweep up and around. Have a look. Rip. And rip. And here. Watch me have guessed wrong. She's not in this corner at all. She could. She might be over in the far left after all, but I'm pretty sure, like, based on the rulings, that, like, she has to be here unless she was over there and didn't fucking move. In which case, it's, you know, it's anyone's game, and it's if I can actually get over there in time. Oh well, they all died first, never mind. The machine gunners have like only appeared here for the first time. I haven't seen them in the story yet. Ooh. Ah, stem mark 2. You get her pretty early, but that's a free core at least. Pardon me. Hey. Oh shit. Hey, that worked out. I didn't actually mean to move that, but hey, there she is. She was over here then, she was just getting away from us. Right. Oh no. Oh fuck. We're out of ammo, and we can't move. Figures. We just have to... this rip that squad is just fuck it, reroll, because we won't have enough time to chase someone else down there to get there. I didn't pay attention. I was like, it's fine. It wasn't fine at all. This is hard as one. That happens to me more than you might think, because I'm a fucking idiot and keep forgetting that ammo is limited. Or like, it's limited to basically like 5 fights before you have to resupply. That fucked me over a few times in Advanced Wars as well. Where are these mice? Yep. Doing the planning again. Okay. Right. So, A and B neither taken. D was taken. E, F, G were not touched. H was taken. And J was taken. K was taken as well, but no roof for K. Let's see. So, A, F, G, H, K, L. H and K were both taken, so she could be there. B is occupied, B is not. B, C and D are, only D is. D and E, only D is. I and J. J is, I isn't. And one of the others does apply, so it's not D. So yeah, so she's either at that radar on like the far right, just like in the middle there, or she's like 2 squares down next to the heliport. So same corner. That little shit would rather run on than fight. Now, if we don't pass her here, then we have to loop up and around to catch her, I think. Oh, there's you. There she is. Put that shit down. Go fuck wild. Just do it. shred him. There we go. Didn't even get touched. She did a bit. Not too bad. The beat sticks don't beat that hard, apparently. Alright, you. Let's go. See, we're talking about aiming algorithms. She's already sniping us from a mile out. Also, 3 Metal Gears. Go fucking wild. Destroy them. She's got missiles too. They suck. It all sucks. Ingram might die here. Also, she has a super. Took her a leg it. Fine, let's move up. Yeah, she's a sniper that can actually snipe. She's also got missiles that hurt like fuck. There you go. Also, this white bar appears at the bottom when she does her move. It's a bit of a glitch, I guess. Not too bad because Echelon 3 are just fucking destroyers, but that fight is goddamn scary. Man, I'm just never getting this event done. That fight is fucking scary, especially when I first got up and just saw the 3 Metal Gears. She's so powerful she breaks the game's graphics. Ah, we didn't get a drop. And we're done. Rip. You literally did not do what I ordered you to do. Truth to be told. we just nicked it and we're away with it. See ya. You have been outplayed by your own bosses. Go to hell, everyone. Hello. She caught up. She'll look fucking scary when she wants to, that AMP45. Hello, Mamlu. I'm getting philosophical on here. Not that cool. Yeah, we just didn't see this bit of it. Speech 100 going on here. When I grow up, I'll become a virtual YouTuber. I look forward to this in Mamli-chan. I look forward to your music videos. Oh. It all links up. I like this twist. The crazy AI in charge of the mercenary thing deliberately designed its dolls' emotions so that they would actually stay alive longer by helping each other. That's intriguing. But it's usually the other way around. This is a savvy AI in charge of all this shit. Shaky fuck. Damn. Gunshot. No? Really should have had the gunshot. Pardon me. Damn. This game has more story than I expected. Yeah, it really does, doesn't it? It's got quite a bit going on. I suppose one thing I could do, maybe not next weekend because I'll be busy, but like some weekend is like set it so that it plays the story cutscenes again and just run through the entire story to the point I've done it. So the main story actually has some interesting stuff going on. Oh, it is also nicked Ouroboros' corpse. Rip Ouroboros, I guess, at least until Sanguis come out with Mark II. They're bound to. Maybe this time they'll like change her so she doesn't just betray them out of ego. Alas, poor G11. Oh, the twist. She's a crafty bitch. You have to voice act it. I want to hear all your kawaii anime girl voices. If I had no shame, or it was like Chris who just voice acts every bit of like unspoken text, I would. But sadly, I have to live myself at the end of the day. So I haven't run into these two in the main chapters yet. I think Dreamer's been referenced and like appeared once, I think. Agent hasn't, and she seems to be the current boss. Parapluie, that is in like the story, and that's actually like referenced quite a bit. That's like the current part of the current plot point I'm on. Current thrust of the plot. They're spreading this little virus to specific dolls for whatever reason. Fucker. I was hoping it would give me one of the limited ones. I don't know. Alright. That's chapter 1 of... The way it worked was, when the event originally came out, Operation Cube was just this. This was the story of the event. And then this version, Cube Plus, adds a second chapter, which as far as I know is just like extra challenge shit. It's just that some of the same maps just beefed up the hard mode. With a bonus map in here somewhere. One of these. Yeah, her in the bottom left. Oh, pardon me. And we'll try that in a sec. We've got the reward.
Groza 14.
I've heard OTS be referenced a few times by like people discussing like good units to use. A nice thing about Girls Frontline is that a lot of its event reward units are actually pretty fucking good. Unlike, say, Grand Blue Fantasy, where a lot of the event units are just kind of piss, and you just use for the event and then get rid of. You just kind of stuff them into storage, because why? In Fire Emblem Heroes, where a lot of the Tempest Trial units are just kind of okay, and, you know, none of them have ever really since matched up to Black Knight in his absolute glory. Ingram needs fixed. Like, really bad. Dang that. Yeah. Let's go have a look at OTS then. See what the fuss is about. That's already pretty good. Accuracy by 65%. Holy shit. Damage focus end is also rare. She's costumes for an event. Well, that's right, some of the event ones have costumes. I know that because I have two costumes. Two of the same costume for an event machine gun that I have no idea if I'll ever get again. Or I'll be able to get again. That's fun. Whatever that is. Yeah, she seems pretty good. That front row full buff thing is actually like fairly rare for ARs. There's the 3 Thompsons I mentioned. .65% accuracy as well, like also exceptionally good. I would basically let SMGs kind of have low accuracy because like there's spread everywhere. So like a full tilt accuracy buff of 65% would basically let them actually like consistently hit things. And they already have high rates of fire, so just boosting that even further is actually really good. I can afford to level a little, I guess, but no. Well, I'll wait until like I've like done my grinding shit. Let's go have a look at, let's see, 12,000. And the problem is I think we'll probably actually not be able... I want to at least get to this bottom left one, because the reward... Yeah, put it on a full frontline team and ooh. 3 SMG team would be interesting. You just have like 3 tanks, basically. And they're not bad damage dealers in their own right, like, especially ones with like grenades or incendiary grenades, they can just be fucking war. I want to get to this one on the bottom left because she gives 200 tokens if you beat that mission. So that's basically the goal. The top right one is like a poster or something for a room, and the final reward is like a medal, I think, for your account. Hello. Oh shit. These are these are exclusive to certain guns, and they're like rewards for nighttime missions. Like I can get these elsewhere, but seeing them here, does that mean they have increased buff? Like increased drop rate, maybe? Are SMGs the second best tanking units? Basically, yeah. Because what they lack in armor, they have in, like, pretty high evasion and just fuck tons of HP. Like, Thompson has actually kind of low evasion for an SMG, but she has, like, one of the highest HP values in the game. Even, like, by shotgun standards, she's, like, right up there. Like, so she's, like, one of the better tanks in the game just for that, because she also has, like, the rate of fire and DPS of an SMG. The tanking hierarchy for like just taking raw damage is it goes shotguns, SMGs, and then handguns. Because what handguns lack in HP, they actually have equal or higher evasion to SMGs. They can be crafty little shits in their own right, handguns. But like some people will actually use certain handguns like Wellrod as a main tank and then have an SMG as like a secondary tank instead. I prefer having the SMGs because like faster shots, more DPS, higher evade means, well, not higher evade, but like like higher HP means that when the evade fails, they actually survive. Yeah, they're evasion tanks basically. They're kind of like, because like shotguns are very expensive to make and all that, you basically rely on evasion tanks a lot more than actual meat tanks. It's a funny dynamic, but it's interesting. Yeah, let's give this a shot. Well, that's not good. I haven't beaten episode 7 because episode 6 is a fucking difficulty spike, and I want everyone up so I can actually like, survive episode 7. Operation Hypothermia, I think, is the Arctic Warfare event, but Arctic Warfare, yeah, basically it's time to grind the story. I guess what I could do is just skip these story sequences. They're doing the thing where, like, with the next update in, like, 2 days, they're going to add old events to, what's the thing? I beat episode 6, but it wrecked. Like, it fucking hurt. Like, I had to repair, everyone involved had to be repaired like hell. I beat episode 6 with, like, actually one of the greatest saves possible, where, like, Echelon 3 went into a boss fight several thousand points down because they'd been worn down by fighting, like, multiple 10,000 power units. And they were, like, 4,000 under the boss's unit, and then they still beat it. They still fucking pulled it out, and I was like, oh, the fucking gods. Let's see if I can try to recreate that, actually. But, I'll tell you what, we'll skip the story sequence. Because they're adding Arctic Warfare as, like, they're adding it as, like, a little event archive where you can, like, play it, see the story, all the missions, and then, the rewards aren't the same, sadly. Like, any dolls exclusive to that as rewards aren't going to be there. But you can you still get rewards and still see a story, so... And that means at some point, Operation Cube will get added to that lineup as, like, an archived event you can play anytime. But I guess for now, we'll have to wait on the story shit. Because I genuinely don't want to be... What the hell are you? Oh, you're like... yeah, you're the time limited. Deployment... Okay, those ones are, like, restricted. Oh. Why are you I? There's an I on this one. Why is there an I on that one? So what is this? There's a lot of new shit in this one. Can you tell me what the fucking arrows mean? Yeah. Our rewards list is quite thick. Hammer amount of both wandered off for dinner and shit. They will not hold it against you. Maybe that's like a one-way thing that you only walk that way if you go that way. Fucking hell. Oops. Oh, land down and have a fucking peek. And cat curls into a wee ball. Oh, no. He's just rolling onto his back to put him with sausage. Alright, 7 turns, find and kill her. Alright, who are you two? That's beefy. That's quite beefy. What does the eye mean? Well, poking it doesn't seem to do shit. That's... Hey, hello! All teams, please accelerate your search progress. Okay. Fucking everyone was around here. She doesn't sound so confident. I should actually build her. She's like... M4A1, I already mentioned, she's like one of the main characters. Like, should actually build that squad as a team. So anyway, hello, what the fuck are you? Help! Oh, good god. Okay, well, that's fucking terrifying. Here we're going to deploy EC4. Why is EC7 available? Oh, right, because they're not doing anything. Alright, fucking come at us. Oh, one of them came at us. Yeah, that does a lot of damage. These units do a ton of damage, oh dear. At least you get to see Amelie's victory animation. Amelie's victory animation. Bonk. The thing about eating making you fat is real. It's apparently just a myth. It's a cultural thing. In Germany and Great Britain, people tend to eat a lot for breakfast and little for dinner. On some South European countries, people eat a lot for dinner, but usually drink a cup of coffee for breakfast. So North people would probably tell their children to not eat in the evening, because then they wouldn't be hungry in the morning. Your victory animation, yes. Amelie's. The names blur together. But yeah, my thing wasn't that the thing I was on a bit wasn't that it made you fat, because I was like, I've heard that as well, and I don't really buy that. My thing was like it can like wreck your, well not wreck, but like it can fuck with your, basically your digestive system, and like, you know, you wake up in the morning going, oh fuck, because, you know, you ate too late and your body's like, oh, we didn't handle this properly because we just went to sleep instead of handling it. Or something like that. It's something like that, I'm no nutritionist. Yeah, Echelon 4 really need to get beefed up because they barely handle that. I dare say we don't want to fucking fight that. Oh, Jesus. Let's fucking try it. The numbers just get bigger and bigger. Oh wow, they're right here. Yeah, okay, she's retreating. We've lost our tank. Yeah, okay. Yeah, alright. Well, I can't handle that shit. Okay, well, that's a shit one. Ow. Yeah, that's pretty ow. I guess that's what you need the fucking high-powered anti-armor squads for. Just that shit. Lordy. Oh no, not the kawaii waifu. I think that can happen, but only if you eat a really large amount right before going to bed. That's probably what I've heard then. Alright, well that sucks. I kinda wonder if we couldn't beat that fucking git. What odds do we have against the actual boss? If we can even fucking find her is the thing. I'll give it one more shot and I might just say fuck it and we'll just wander. We'll either go back to the previous one and like just hunt Ouroboros to try and get like try and get some shit in, like some, you know, just try and get some of the limited drop guns, or run like night mission 1-4 to see like a few times to see if I can get that limited unique armor piercing runes. And then, you know, after a few rounds, I think like after like the 2-hour mark, I'll just call it, because I didn't want to do like the full length stream tonight anyway, because it's just like, now that they've done Operation Cube and gotten like the limited T-dolls, well, the goal basically now is to build up the resources and then begin beefing and training everyone up. Alright, one more shot. So the I basically means event. Dialogue happens there. Okay. We'll move them here. Skip through the chatter. And we'll deploy Echelon 1. Oh, we have a better shot at like, taking this fucking 10,000 part git down here. I'll swap these two around so that they're prepped and ready to fight that. Welcome back, Abemli. And then I'll send like H3 off down here and go hunting in the corners. Down here, and hopefully we won't run into anything too hideous or scary. So that's what happens there. Two of them walk down in the way. It's kind of going the same way though. It's basically right on top of you. The damage isn't as bad because they're weaker cannons, but run away to make them walk forward, so they waste a bit of time. Well, the ARs are going to take hits and they won't like it. Now they're fine. It's a bit zesty. It's actually good. I want ones like that more, because they've like you can offset the damage penalty by just fucking equipping an ammo type and then just upgrading it. It's part of why Ingram is really good at what she does. Alright, let's go fucking foraging. Oh shit. Let's not go that way. What about over here? There's the other cannon. You can't just have like the one path. Huh. I'm probably just gonna call this one a wash, because I don't think they'll be able to push through all these like 10,000 power units and then be in any state to actually fight Hunter when we find her. So I think for giggles, let's just see what the fuck this is. Sick. Just fucking move around so it can't target it, maybe. I mean, they broke one. Okay, so that's just fucking war. I guess I don't know what I was expecting, honestly. Okay, yeah, so chapter 2 of that is basically gonna have to wait until I'm more confident in when it comes back. As just a replayable event, not a timed one. Hello everyone. Kinda regret that, don't I? Come on. Alright. Didn't do too bad. They fucking actually managed to like take one of the cannons out. I'm surprised they did even that. It's just they didn't get. They also weakened the second one enough. It was just, you know, the third, then just. Well, the second one didn't actually die, but it was just it, and the other one just kind of crunched everyone into the fucking dirt. Oh shit! Let's see, this should all be full now, right? Yes. What do I need? I need. What is to do? My logistics shit. I forgot to turn off alerts. No, I don't really care so much about that, honestly. I heard that when Vinesauce was streaming Mario Maker, people went to the levels he played and beat them before him just to leave transphobic comments. That takes a special kind of sad git to do that. People seem to really enjoy rating on the people's day. It's weird, like, it's so very specific, and it's kind of like, you must have just been looking forward to do this all fucking day. Like, you've just been waiting, like, you just went out of your day to do all this shit because of why. You know? Like, congrats, like, if it gets reported to Nintendo, your account's banned. Great, look what you've done. It's the sort of thing where it's like, that's really shit, and that's, like, it's fucking... It's also just like, how sad do you have to be is that that's what you do? But really, the best thing is probably just to, like, you know... I guess try and ignore it. It's like, if you got sub again seeing that, you should just, like, preemptively, I guess, black out the stream and just... You know, skip over. Or just actively stream reporting to people who did it for giggles. Because, you know, fuck it. If they're gonna have that fucking, like, much of wasters to spend their time doing that, then fuck it, just go like, hey, let's, you know, take a laugh, like, have some fun and just shitting on them back. Fucking sad gits out there. Well, I need some advanced data. I don't know how much exactly, but I only have, well, I have extra energy, but I'm saving that. So 2 shots of this, and hopefully that'll be enough to carry Contender over to his max level. Max level skill. I need to start treating everyone's fucking skills. Go, go, go. They probably enjoy the attention. I mean, I guess, but... I mean, at the same time, it's like, well, you enjoy the attention, but the attention is just you being, like, laughed at or considered, like, weird and stupid. And that's like, the attention you enjoy. It's kind of like, alright. Like, it's just, I don't know, I don't get it. It just seems extremely sad to me. If you're concerned about them, like, enjoying the attention, I guess it really is just, you know, black out the stream and just don't show the comments. And then, you know, report them after the stream, I guess, and just watch them just get silently taken out. Because I never really understand the whole, like, I enjoy the attention thing. It's kind of like, great, you're still standing there covered in shite. You know, like, you may go like, haha, I've owned you by having the attention, but it's like, yeah, but you like the attention is everyone goes, wow, that's a fucking weirdo. Or wow, that's just a fucking, like, loser. There's someone who's just like, oh, this is all I have. really sure how to get like higher damage shit going to try and get more out of this, but I don't know. People are just weird about this shit, honestly. To me, it's just like, you know, why do you bother? Like, probably says something good about you that you don't understand it. I would hope so. I would hope that like it's good that I can't actually understand or fathom it. It's just kind of like you've achieved ultimately nothing. I just don't get it. Whoa. Take this shit. Oh. Fucking will take a shot. Let's see. Yeah, that setup will do. Fucking highball it. Can I get a ferry? No. Fucking hate these things. I don't know why ferries are like goddamn rarer than the actual like T-dolls themselves, but they are. But I don't know what 45 minutes is. It's like a 4-star piece of equipment. But yeah, like ferries are like 2 or 3 hour productions. I need to like try making a bunch of those because there's certain ones like the illumination ferry is one I really want for Echelon 4 so I can actually hit shit at night. Well, I'm not done. Let's just fucking 2 squads. Go. Let's just go do night mission. That's emergency. Night mission. Don't want this shit because I have Springfield, which is a good rifle, and I would like her to just be even better. This mission, I basically just always use 3 and 4. 3 steps down. Deploy 4. Oh yeah, I guess surprise, surprise, Chaos won the Splatfest. I'm not at all surprised by that after like the hellish third night. They won all 3 categories by like 2%. It's the usual Splatfest thing where there's never like a massive blowout in any of the scores. It's always like suspiciously extremely close. To the point that I'm pretty sure in actuality it may have been a blowout in each category, but they just narrow it down to go like, oh, you know, it was only like just over 50% won this one. I think the only time it's ever like a blowout is like for the voting category, like how much the sides are split. Because I think once they showed like a 35-65 split for like, you know, people on each side. And I suspect this was actually like a lot wider. Because people I know who play Chaos reported a lot more like Chaos versus Chaos fights than... It's like, we only got like 2 Order versus Order fights the whole night. Maybe 3 the whole night, like all 3 nights. Maybe 3. Yes, the Queen gets what she deserves. She gets to be the villain in Splatoon 3. Fuck yeah. I say that, I'm assuming that's how it goes. That just seems like, that seems the more natural point. You know, like, now Chaos is triumphant, they take over society and run it to the toilet, so you have to, like, side with the Order gets and pull it back. And set things right after they went wrong. I do love, Amelie's summer fucking victory animation. Fucking beamed in the face of a volleyball. For good sense, so far she flies into someone else's, fucking window. Well, the Metal Gear approach, but the little Git ran away. Fucker that he is. I love her stupid Splatfest decides everything about society. I know, right? It's like a vote, but you vote with guns. We should have Splatfests in real life. It would certainly be a far more entertaining way of just deciding how any of this shit works. I know I would fucking laugh my ass off if Brexit was decided by like just 2 paintball teams going fucking to war, or like just like scores of paintball teams going to war and like just using the results of all the skirmishes to see like which side matters more. About as decisive as anything, I'd say. Fight that shit. Because like last time in Splatoon 1, the final one was like Callie versus Marie. So it was like, yeah, you set these ones to auto, man. So they're gonna be here a while. Please kill that cannon before it actually wounds someone. Thank you. Now this thing, which actually has evasion, so they just can't have to stand here. I don't know how it has evasion at that size and looking like that, but it does. KSG is the better tank, so I just moved her up instead to take hits. Yeah, like, Splatoon 1, it was Callie versus Marie. And Marie won, so Callie ended up being the villain, so to speak, in Splatoon 2's story. So with the way, like, it seems most natural that going into Splatoon 3 they would flip it, and also it makes more sense in the setup of, like, the side how society goes, that the winner side would fuck society up, and then the loser side has to take it back. That just makes the most sense to me. So, you know, because Chaos 1, we're not gonna see, like, a society just run chaotic, like, all the mad fashion and battling shit is gone fucking haywire because no one's keeping it in check. So you then have to keep it in check. Bonk. Never 4-star shit. Never 4-star shit. Oops. Jesus, that's a lot of misses. The Metal Gears actually have evasion, unlike all the other armored units. Like, all these guys can't dodge, so they have 0 evade, so they just get fucking minced. So, you know, it's basically you just shoot at it and wait for it to wear down. It shoots so slowly, it can barely hit the shotguns. They only take as much damage as they do just because it has that much health and can dodge that much. Over here, you walk into that. Rip. Yeah, like, basically I'm expecting, you know, like, they could do really interesting things with, like, the Chaos Victory and, like, how that affects, like, Splatoon society. Because, like, as ridiculous as you may think it sounds, like, in Octo Expansion, they genuinely brushed up against the topics of, like, you know, like, racism, immigration, integration into society, like, you know, the clashing and mixing of cultures. The fucking old man literally kept saying, like, the world equivalent of I don't see color, like I don't see race. He just kept saying that over and over again. So, like, I do fully believe that the writers for the Splatoon games have the actual balls to do that sort of thing. So a really introspective look on how, like, without the actual feathers that the at least it's not political. Too bad it probably went over most people's heads. It probably did. Either because they didn't read it or just didn't think about it. But the moment I saw that, I was like, oh, I see what you're doing. He keeps fucking saying it. It stood out to me so much. I was like, this is getting uncomfortable, fucking cuttlefish. Like, why do you keep saying this? It's getting uncomfortable to them, too. Like, Pearl actually calls him on it at one point. But, so, like, I mentioned it on Twitter when I was, like, you know, responding to Chris's things about, like, how I prefer, like, an order is bad society. Like, or, like, yeah, because, like, order is bad, so they've, like, taken over. But it's, like, you know, I would much prefer to be like, you know, basically showing how like there are feathers, how like order is needed even for like the chaotic, you know, crazy Splatoon world where like fashion and, you know, glorious sports combat like decide everything. Or like even like the big mishmash of the aesthetics and how everything's just kind of cobbled together and like this punky rebellious style, like even that has like a sense of like order and control to it. And without it, hard just descends into just fucking lunacy and shit. You can do a lot of interesting stuff with that thematically and critically. Alright, so they can basically only be in like one of those two squares because we have everything else covered. Yeah, I saw you banter on the Twitter. So I do think, well, I see him. Hey. Like you could do really like interesting shit. I just noticed this map is small. Yeah, this isn't Operation Cube anymore because Operation Cube, like the second chapter, that's hell. That's fucking hell. It's just there's like giant 20,000 power cannons. Every enemy is like 9,000 to 10,000 minimum. Echelon 3 got shredded by a 13,000 regular armored git thing because there's just so many gits in it and they're all like instantly there and winding up and shooting instead of having to walk up from a mile away. Like that's basically, it's like, nah, I can't do that. Gavin started crying and ran away. Basically, like, I can't do that. That's not happening. So I can't even fight the shit on the map. How the hell am I gonna fight Hunter? Like, what the hell is in her team? Ouroboros in the regular, like, chapter 1-4 has, like, fucking, like, 3 Metal Gears. How the hell am I gonna take, like, fucking, God knows whatever Hunter has, never mind the missions after that. Tokarev is almost level 88. He's getting close. So basically we're just gonna be like grinding different missions a bit to see if we can get anything. This one I'm hoping to get like, you know, rare ammo, but I died at will because drop rates are terrible for map gear. I played some Kingsfield too. I like Hammer. I must ask, is it good, remember? Like, what do you think of it? And does it require you to get good? They don't strictly need it, but the shotguns could probably be healed a wee bit between rounds. Well. She does nothing but turn in like the best results ever, does Captain China. And I will keep calling her that because I adore it. So far you're enjoying it. Hey, that's good to hear. I guess I could also grind like 1-4 like Ouroboros Operation Cube to make sure I actually like get those limited drop dolls, but it requires a bit more brain power. I'll sit on this for a little bit, and then we'll go do that. Which is meant to be like a shorter and lazy stream, basically. Mostly just to get that Operation Cube ending done. Then from now it's just grinding to get power. Hello. Hello, my little fluffy son. I didn't mean to poke you there. Suddenly speaking softly because I just got fucking claws all into my feet. Nope, wrong one. Oop. Tomorrow the summer course resumes for 3 days and then 2 days before the exam. God, I'm so scared of that exam. Oh, kitty cat. I've annoyed the kitty cat. He's away now. Oh, shouldn't have done that. That upsets me. Like, let's see. You'll need to learn how to time your attacks, but otherwise it's not too difficult. So you only need to get good a little. Does that make sense? They haven't done like the full ramp up to their whole, you know, like it's time for you to fucking die style. Also, yes, you can do it, Hammer. I believe in you. The exam is just as scared of you as you are of it. That's not how our exams work, but you can believe so, and that will help. More seriously now, like you'll do good. You know, you study well, you keep your shit seriously. I think you got this. I'll probably be like suck quite a bit, but I feel like you got it. Come on, you. Walk you to there, and you to here. I basically always have them do it this way because that way Echelon 4 hits the Metal Gear, because while Echelon 3 would actually probably kill the Metal Gear faster, Metal Gear is good AXP, so that helps, you know, Echelon 4 along. Still gotta study a bunch, but I'm getting there. You'll get there, don't worry. What the? Is level 100 max level? I believe so. Like, I've seen mentions that there's like an upgrade system where like dolls you have can get like new forms, but that's not released on the English server yet. It's called Digimine. It's like, if you've noticed when I've gone to research and all, there's like a neural path menu that's like blacked out. Like, apparently that's it. We just don't have access to it yet. But yeah, like, as far as I know, level 100 is the max. So like some of these ones are all like near, like, you know, Famous and Ingram are nearly there. Those two are actually a lot closer in like experience points than I realized. What the hell? So I just booted up EO Nexus and looked at DLC just cause there's a Bikini Armor DLC for the hero class. Why? Is it only the hero class? Like, only just them? Because if so, that is, like, is weird. Like, why is it only hero? Why only hero? If you're gonna do that, why did you just make it the one class? Also, I can't really say that, like, you know, I really like Etrian Odyssey's art style and all. It's got, like, really appealing character designs and shit. I can't say, like, I was ever really into it because I wanted to see characters in bikinis in Etrian Odyssey. I mean, that's why I have Girls Frontline. But wasn't it, like, I remember Aki on Twitter bitching about, I say bitching, you know, complaining like at length about how like one of the Etrian Odyssey Untold was just very fanservice heavy. She put it down to, like, you know, Persona bleed over and how she hated that, and I think she's not necessarily wrong on that because that came out around the same time as like the first dancing games and Persona 4 Golden, and the anime is doing all just making the thing even lighter and sillier and more fan service filled and shit. It's kind of like, basically like when they were milking shit super hard for a while there. Well, they still do, but Atlas, for a period, Atlas was like milking stuff really hard. I too don't really like when there's dumb unneeded fan service. Like, for me, it's like, it's kind of like, if your thing isn't originally built around it, like, I kind of don't like when you do it. See, like I play Senran and Kagura, like, I don't mind it by itself. Like, I don't mind like fucking titty in games, cause you know, like, if the game is like, you know, that's what you do from the outset, fuck yeah, like, do your thing. Hell, I'll even be there and play it. But for some of it, you know, I don't mind like bikini outfits and this, cause like, fuck it, you know, like gacha game, you're selling JPEGs anime girls that's just built into the fucking thing. Sure, go for it. But yeah, for something like Atrinos, it's kind of, you didn't have that to begin with, and now it just feels like it kind of clashes with, like, you know, the sort of thing you were going for. Persona always had, like, you know, light bits of fan service and shit because, you know, beach scenes and high school goofiness, but then just kept ramping it up in like 4 Gold and like the anime and shit, and it's kind of like, it feels like you're straying from your path to become something else, and I don't like it. Oh yeah, let's see. I too don't really like when fan is dumb on new fan service. Speaking of which, let's talk about a certain part of Miri Skelter. In the game's base, you can use some of the protag's blood to purge the character's corruption, increasing their HP and MP and corruption resistance temporarily. Oh. And that's just an extension of like the whole water gun thing, is it? Like or was it water? Yeah, you spray in blood or whatever. I don't like this. We haven't found the Metal Gear yet, and I don't think we have enough move to pull this off. I think the RNG has fucked us on this. Yeah, no, the RNG's fucked us on. God damn it. It's the first time in like a dozen runs like the RNG has fucked me and the enemies all walked ways where I can't cover all of them. Let's see, that's fine, but it involves a minigame where you actually have to use a cursor to rub the blood over the character. Yes, it's etchy as fuck, and honestly I think it's dumb. I don't, like, as I said, like, that feels like the sort of, you know, it's Idea Factory, a lot of their games do that sort of thing. Like, I don't mind it existing by itself, it's like, that's just you do you. I've signed up for that site because when I was doing my little Japanese courses at Queen's, fucking... they recommended that site, but I've never actually used it because, like, they're like, hey, pay, like, you know, like, sign up for X, like, subscribe for whatever it was a month. And I'm kind of like, well, I don't have the money, or I don't want to spend the money on that. But I still just get emails going like, here's frizzes. Or like, here's the offers, please buy it, please subscribe. See, at least you can skip it after the first time. That reminds me of... It wasn't Idea Factory, it was Image Epoch who died, and the rights were then either already owned by or were then bought over by NIS of the PSP, Vita, and I think Steam RPG Criminal Girls, which is an interesting, incredibly... It's like a very bare bones and simplistic JRPG. You can tell it didn't have a lot of budget, but I liked it well enough. I thought it played interestingly, and like, never played it. You need to have the you need to be like of a certain mindset, and you know, if provided you're not going like, whoa, the titty. I think it's actually like I quite enjoyed it. I think like actually my biggest issue with it was how it wanted to use like the whole like, you know, like, oh, the whole conceit of it was like, oh, you know, like we got BDSM stuff in our game. We're like, ooh, it's dark and spooky, and the fucking PGI called for censorship of this because they hated it and shit like that. But when you play the game, it's actually like, you know, like there's more risque shit in like The Witcher 3, or like, you know, your standard big budget game that has like, you know, edited sex scenes in it and shit. Because it also, its main draw for a lot of that stuff was also its little mini games. Like, to level up the character's abilities, you had to like gain enough. You had to, you know, get enough whatever points it was. It was like a, I guess, job points we'll call it, system. You had to like get that shit to like play the minigame, and then like do well at the minigame to upgrade the character, like upgrade their abilities so they have more attacks and better attacks, and so they would, you know, do better in battle in general. But the minigames were all like, there were 5 of them, 1 for each level, and they were all like little touchscreen, at least on Vita, they were all like little touchscreen shits where you had to like poke or like hold different parts of the screen or like make certain movements. And they were easily the worst parts of the game because at best they were just kind of tedious time wasters, and at worst, which is to say the 4th minigame I think it was, where you had to like hold on a certain spot to squirt shit, it was clunky and didn't work quite right. Like, the hitbox for the thing just wasn't right. Even if you were holding directly on it, sometimes it just wouldn't trigger unless you like moved your finger around a bit to actually make it activate. And it's kind of like, you know, I like the art style a lot. I actually really like the writing in that game. I liked a lot of the character stuff. It's very simplistic, but you know, it did it well. And I thought the gameplay was interesting. The combat system intrigued me. But it was like, every turn, whoever was in your party, like you had like 4 characters in the party, they would all propose a different course of action, or like they all like, for instance, like one character might go like, you know, like me and her will attack, or like, and that person over there might go like, I will attack only, and some will offer to use their abilities and shit. And you just picked one, and that was your move for the turn. And that was really interesting. Like actually, especially when characters began upgrading and began linking together abilities and all that, and you got like the full party, so you could like spend a turn to switch characters in and out, and so you could do shit like keep the tank out of like the fight until a boss monster is like winding up a super attack, whereupon you could switch the tank in and make her use like the guard attack, her guard ability to block for the entire party. Right down there, and then switch it back out for a damage dealer and shit. Like, it was actually, like, quite interesting. It was just, you know, the pervy minigames was kind of like, you're like, I kind of hate doing these. I like your the titty content and all that, but I'm just sitting here, just jabbing at the screen, trying to make this fucking fourth minigame work, and I'm just kind of like, this doesn't give me the boner. This just makes me hate you. Why are you making me do this? You could have just not had this. It would have been fine. It would have been better. But oh well. She's still not level 88. I don't know what the Steam version does for that, because I guess it's just all you done with the mouse, so it might actually be more accurate and easier, because you can just whip your mouse about and do it a lot quicker. But on Vita, with the touchscreen, it was a fucking nuisance. Right now, I actually should like check it out. I kind of want to play that again. If it's not banned by Twitch, I actually would vote. Well, actually, no, it wouldn't be a game too great for strict streaming. And I say this even as I'm like grinding in this one, because one of the other, I didn't mind it so much myself playing it because I just played it kind of brainlessly. But like the other thing is to get the points to upgrade all the characters and keep everyone up to date. Is like you do have to like stop and grind for a bit to actually get enough points to get everyone over the line if you're trying to keep everyone equal. And while you don't strictly need to do that, you can just pick whatever 4 you want. I wanted to do that, so those have design issues and all, but I liked it well enough. I thought that was a nice and fun little game. About my only issue with streaming it really would just be the grinding and then having to play the fucking minigames. Because the rest of it I would actually quite enjoy. I think this is doing the thing again where it's fucked me with these characters, like, not these characters, like, where these ones have wandered. Well, there's the Metal Gear. Spent a lot of time modding Skyrim, as I mentioned before. There are quite a few things that I thought about in detail while doing so, and now I can't help but get bothered by them. For example, those weird metal boob cups. Of course, they don't bother me in an anime or an over-the-top action game, but if it's a game of realistic visuals and realistic power levels with Skyrim, I just can't ignore it anymore. I get that. It's just kind of like, if it's in a more ludicrous or like fantastical setting, it's kind of you're just kind of like, yeah, whatever. You just glance over it. But when it's something that's like trying to be more, I guess, realistic or serious, or just look the part, it just kind of glares. I get that. This will go a lot faster because I can actually see and hit the Metal Gear. Case in point. Rip. But again, that's good EXP that Act 4 could have had. They don't get much out of it because they're all fucking super level. Ammo exhausted. Shit. Tell you what. We'll do a thing. Hopefully he like walks towards us and not away. If not, then I have to actually like redo this again because I've just been fucked again by the way these enemies have been walking. Yeah, okay. I think I have to redo this. This is like weird. I've done this like several times. This exact plan, like, it would just move everyone around like this, and it's gone, like, perfectly fucking fine, but of course today is, like, the day where it just fucks me over twice in a row. Fuck's sake. I kind of don't mind it too much, because it's kind of, you know, whatever. Like, if I don't know if I actually like lose rewards from fights for like resetting. I don't think I do. But even if I did, like a lot of it's just equipment I don't really want because it's all like low level shit. I would just grind it down for tiny bits of material anyway. More just to clear the space out of the equipment inventory than actually use it. It's also on that note, like of modding Skyrim and shit, like stuff like that also like the Skyrim modding community like baffles me, where it's like, you know, the modding in like, oh, like better looking female characters and, you know, like here's like, you know, sexy anime girls and shit. It's kinda like, but why Skyrim? Like, why are you putting it in Skyrim? Like, what do you get out of it in Skyrim? If you want that sort of thing, you're like, Senran Kagura exists. Like, you can have fun with that and go do it there. Why are you hating it? Like, what do you get out of having it in Skyrim? You know? Shit like that. That always confused me. It gets me too, because it's kind of like, you know, like, there are games for this where it's like actually done and better done automatically. Like they already look the part, they have everything you want, like they exist. Why are you modding like dopey ass fucking Bethesda RPG to do it this way? Like why not just buy a game that already does it for you and enjoy the game with the content you want? Oh god, you know, I see Nexus, so many classes, what do I pick? Oh, who was it in 4? Who was the tank class in 4? Was it Sentinel? I remember them being pretty sick. If that one is even in there. I didn't expect it to have all of them. I imagine it was just like a best of, like all the ones that either only appeared once or like the most like fan favorites and shit. Pugilist is here, yes. Well, there's one of them sorted. Pardon me. Doesn't have Dragoon from 5, sadly. I like that one. That's rad. 5 is Dragoon. Oh, fucking looking forward to that whenever I get around it. There was a class in one of the status effect classes in 4. Was it Night Seeker? It's not that kind of Dragoon? Oh. Why does only Final Fantasy have that kind of Dragoon? Yeah, there was a class in Netflix 4 called Night Seeker, I think. Their whole thing was they inflicted status effects that weren't binds on enemies. And I fucking loved that because it's a shield and gun boy or girl. Okay. Curious. But alright. I mean, I say curious, but that's just because I associate Dragoons with spears automatically because of, like, Final Fantasy. Like, spears and jumping really high. And that's Dragoons to me. But yeah, what was it? Fucking... Yeah, the Night Seeker in Reality 4. One of its alt colors was basically just straight up like Dante, like, you know, Devil May Cry Dante, like the red jacket, black trousers, jeans, whatever, like the two like swords and all. It was just like, yeah, that's just straight up Dante. I think even the guy even had like white hair. It was like, yeah, that's just straight up Dante. I gotta respect that. Night Seeker's in Nexus. Fuck yeah. I like that class. Especially when you started dual classing like in the middle of Astronaut 4 and you could like give them binds or whatever the fuck. It's like, oh shit, here we go. Or what was it? I think I gave him like a damage dealing ability from another class and it was like, oh nah, he's just goddamn warrior. Like he does like fucking, he wrecks house and then also does these status effects everywhere. Fucking love that kid. You might like Harbingers in 5 then. Ooh. The status effect classes were actually just really good in it. The atrocities I played, which is like 1 and 4 at this point, because we didn't get 2 or 3. In that sense, I probably should play Atrocity Untold 2, so I can see what the deal in 2 was, but things I've heard about 2 story mode make me kind of go like, eh. No, you stay there in case stuff walks at you. You advance. There's the Metal Gear. I see him. He poking out. Which means he's probably walking into the light zone, like into the radar. Yeah, there he goes. You can just play the Untold without the story though? I didn't know that. Sick. So, like, how does that work? Is it just like, is the story mode like a separate mode then, or? The Harbingers are also in Nexus. It all stacks up. Let's walk you into that, and that should be you done. Yeah. What was I saying? Night Seekers. Who? I forget who else in 4 I really liked. There's a classic mode which works as the original game. Oh shit. Then yeah, I might, at some point I might try and grab Untold 2 then. Just fuck it, let's go. There's gonna see a ton of misses and be here a bit, but you know, it does them good. See, I think it's only €10 now, or maybe that's just Untold 1. Oh. I do get paid tomorrow, so I'll have a nosy. See if it's it's the same way over here, but unless you mean in like the Nintendo sale, which is, yeah, it should be similar. But yeah, but yeah, cause there's some, what was it? There's something about another class in Etchinauts 4 I really liked. It was like a combination I stumbled into because I loved doing the mixing and matching shit. I was like, oh, this is fucking sick. You mean base? Oh, like the base price of it is just €10 now? Yeah, so that's pretty sick. Fucker. Oh, that again. Even if it's like the tier 3 ones of those, I actually appreciate having those. Alright, now we can see everything. So he's the last count. Get him. Rip. It's just one that's 10, sadly, 2 is still full price. Ah well. I guess that makes a kind of sense, it's like the later one. I mean, if it's still like, if you're, are these digital prices? Yeah. Like these are like the base digital prices? Or are you just talking about like actual store prices? Come on. Digital, yes, I figure. I imagine like the box ones are actually probably also rare as fuck or a bit expensive. That just seems to be what's like low print runs for the 3DS stuff. The Untold were, I think, Nippon Ichi, and they weren't like Deep Silver distributed. So when Sega began picking stuff up, they used Deep Silver as well. And Deep Silver distributed stuff tends to have like 1 or 2 print runs and then vanish. 7 minutes for that. Well, we'll see that soon. I think I'll give up, like, you know, the Ouroboros mission a few more runs. Or I say a few more, like 3 more runs. And see if I can get anything out of it on stream. Rely on streamer luck. Speaking of streamer luck, you know what, fuck it, let's go. Let's see. Alright, let's go do it like this. Hang on, scratch it. Take your pick. Take your pick. Choose from me, stream. What shall we roll for? There's at least one gun in every category I do want. Like, assault rifles and rifles in particular, and then machine gun. Machine gun it is. Godspeed. 645. Who's 645? We could find out. Oh, I think I know who. I know who. Fucking 645 is. 'Cause I got her just earlier this week. God bless you, Hammer. You just got me a free leveled up for fucking MG5. A free dummy link for MG5. Oh, God bless. Streamer luck. Oh, God bless. Right, that's great. That's actually genuinely great. That's like fucking saving me like 15 cores in an upgrade there. Beautiful. Let's go. I can't do you, but we can go punch this shit. So you're a handgun. You're a rifle. Also a rifle. Assault rifle, SMG. Assault rifle. Assault rifle. Like you, and you would be good to have, I think. And I've seen these two in other missions, like they're not like priorities, so to speak. I'm pretty sure David referenced getting this one earlier today, actually. I've seen her in other missions as well. I haven't seen you, but I imagine you must be around somewhere. So like these three I haven't seen yet. I don't think I have anyway. I know I haven't seen the 5-star for a fact. I haven't seen PSG either, I don't think. Let's go. Step. And deploy. Zoom the fuck out and let's watch. Nope, they didn't fight this time, they just fucked off. Okay. Let's now consult the list of rules. And the map. Alright, so. Point B, that radar in the far left, middle. That was taken, so that's been taken. C and D have been taken. E, F, and G haven't. H has been taken, I has been taken, J hasn't, K hasn't, and L hasn't. If I'm right, that means she's in the bottom left, because if both C and D are occupied, then she's at C. She's in that far bottom left radar. Alright. If they can be 100% trusted at least. Let's go. Yeah, right in there. Would make the most sense. She's either on that left side somewhere anyway. If she's not there, she's at point B. It's like all this shit over there lit up, so she's in that corner somewhere. Although they seem intent on making this awkward. Took it off auto so give that wee bit of a pause so that once they weaken the front ones a bit, just rush out and get everyone. I don't want to get into too many fights though. It'll be slightly longer, but there's an enemy on that spot next to this shield bearer. I'm gonna go like this. There's also an enemy here. Close enough, so you might as well just wing out. Well, you rank wing out the front guy, which wasn't ideal, but alright.
I'll actually get to keep this spot too, because it's a next tail white spot. There she is. In one sense, we better try and fight a lot of shit where we can, because, well, you know, as far as I understand, only like the one in the first slot, which would be the handgun, is like locked behind the boss or completion reward, and everyone else is like can drop from anything, as far as I understand. So we want the 4 stars, we might as well like fight more shit, but let's see, we need like 1, 2, 3 for that. I want to fight everything there. So fuck it, go for it. It's a machine gunner party. Yo, fucking it, shit. Kind of wonder if like the silhouette before that actually shows you what gun you got is like based on any particular gun or not. Let's see the same exact party. Rip. It sounded like they had begun the fire, but they didn't actually hit anyone. So, ah well. Hello again. Let's go. Better dodging this time. And the missiles begin. Whoop. Still got tagged by that. That's annoying. I noticed she like becomes temporarily invincible when she's firing that shit off. Well, I was like, oh, 1 more than 2. But it wasn't one of the limited drops, sadly. Nah. Go out and fix Ingram. Oh, Curse of the Stand. Speaking of hammers, apparently the swimming world champions, I guess Sun Yang, destroyed his doping test of a hammer, and despite that didn't get banned from the swimming world championship. How the fuck? Frankly, like, not even just putting aside the fact, you know, he's destroying the test with like, just literally destroying it so they can't tell what the results are. I would just automatically assume he was on something because he took a hammer to like just into the he just beat the shit out of whatever the doping mechanism is with a hammer. Like, you have to be on something to try that. Pardon me. That's actually pretty good. A bit upset about not getting a fairy, but that is like a good alternative. Oh, we're here. Sten and Sten. I have a lot of M1919 A4s, by the way. She just kind of all came at once, so I'm just kind of like, alright, sick. She's a machine gun, so I might hang on to her if I can't get negative, because I'm having issue getting high rank alternative machine guns. Let's go empty out our big pile of shit. Because I do not have the resources to use equipment enhancement and use all this as fodder for it. Not for a while yet, anyway. It's one of the things I'm saving up for next is like actually getting everyone gear and then upgrading all of it. That one is max, which isn't good. That means I can't upgrade it anymore, so I'm just gonna bin that one about it. Then we can shift one of these because we have got our 4-star. One. I usually just there's one like that. These both max, so get rid of them. So if it's maxed out, that means you can't upgrade it any further, and you might as well bin it. Not that ammo box though, because ammo boxes are incredibly rare, and I actually want to keep that in case my machine guns do need it. Yeah, get rid of that kit. Everything else up here is just like, yeah, it's just fine. You don't get a lot for like just crunching down equipment, even good equipment, but it's kind of like, yeah, if it's just taking up space, there's no other real use for it. I guess for, again, equipment enhancement, but, you know, I'd rather have the space now and build up a supply later. Alright, I did repair. England. She resents being called HKM for whatever reason. I'm not sure what the history there is, but she hates it. I don't question her hatred. I'll turn the ferry off because I don't need super EXP for every single fucking fight. Shit. I didn't mean to do that. Fucking touchscreens controls. Is that worth restarting over? It annoys me, so I'm going to say it's worth restarting over. Fucking. There. Oh, pardon me. Well, hang on a sec. Fuck. Alright, I'm back. Alright. Consult the errata. Not A or B, not at C or D. Not at E, F, or G. H and I have been taken, and J, K, and L haven't. Alright, so she's at H or I. If I'm wrong, like, what do you say? She's not none of those, so that means like I and J both have to be occupied for her to be at those points, so she's at point H, which is that bottom right helicopter. The spot to the left of it is point H, so I'll do it. Apparently in 2017, the General Secretary of the International Swimming Federation said something like, "You can't ban stars from the World Championship for a small doping accident." I feel like not only can you do that, but you should do that. I fully agree. Like is the whole point of like the sporting competition is that yes, like you can ban them for a small doping accident because like go to hell. Like that's blatant cheating. That is not like the natural capabilities of the human body. That's you running something to make you like perform better. You can't perform just by your own fucking gumption. Like why the hell are you here? Oh, the beefy get in the way this time. Run her back so they stopped firing, and they tried shooting at her anyway, but they missed. But yeah, like fucking Like, is he still the General Secretary of the International Swimming Federation? Because I feel like a comment like that is something you just get fucking fired for, that you just get hounded out of your job for. When you're like the, you know, someone high ranking in a sports organization or federation or whatever the fuck. Or it should be, anyway. Maybe I'm the crazy one in that regard, but it's like you should not be here. You clearly do not give a shit about the actual sport, you just give a shit about the money involved. Or whatever the fuck. Throw down the stun. Hard grenade. And the empty personnel one just for fucking you both. I love you, HK416. Oh dear. The level up sound is going fuck wild. Right, parts mid. Time will tell if this is a good setup. Here's hoping. Parties mid, sorry. Red down. I think he is still the secretary. I can't know for sure because there's only a French wiki article about him. Well, shit. I'm hoping he's not. That's just like, how the fuck can you just be that openly corrupt and just be allowed to continue? Okay, where have you gone? I feel like you gotta be around here somewhere. Hello, still a potato. Protector, Pugilist, War Magus, Gunner, and Medic. Good spread. War Magus is in the front and is by far the one I'm least sure about. What one are they from? 'Cause I don't think I recognize them. I presume it says. Or unless you know. She's gotta be in this corner. Etrian Odyssey 2? Okay. It was warm as this. She's not gonna want to die then. Game doesn't tell you how to look at. Okay. That feels a bit weird because considering it's like a whole celebration in a sense of all the ones that came before by taking all their classes. I feel like they should have had a little listing on it. This is from this game. Might have to make them fidget up there to keep that. Fucking tidy up. We'll just do that just to keep our movement. Probably should have been the other way around, considering who I'm gonna call him, but it's fine. That shit covered. And the stun. Salvo, powered up. And the fucking loop. And just fucking clean up as it is. Just counted. What, like the amount of classes? Game has 19 classes. That's pretty ridiculous for a fucking Etrian Odyssey. And those two should be fine. You step in there. How the hell are you then if you're not in this corner? Unless she was standing on one of like the left corner helipads and just didn't fucking move in the first turn. Of course, there's a hero class introduced in this one, but fuck that shit. Bonk. I love that. I love that animation so much. I'm hoping like more of the fucking like costumes have this like wacky animations like that one. Ouroboros, come out and play. Please. How was the grind? This is not lucky so far. For one, consistently finding her even with like the fucking like guide I have explaining where she can be is still like a crapshoot.
So far, I have not got anything out of. I'm gonna limit drop shit. Although, there's no, we can grab this helicopter, so that'll actually give me an extra move. At least. Well, it'll make up for the move I lost on that central helipad. Look at everyone is in a fight now. Just fall through. Bang.
Hoping for 5-7, but with my luck with like, you know, like limited drops in maps, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna get her even across like the next 8 days that this is here. Probably don't need to do theory of fortification, but you might as well. They didn't even hit the shield. They were shooting right at they were shooting at the shotguns, but they didn't even hit the fucking shield. Never mind, actually do damage to it. Even the enemy machine guns can't hit shit. Alright. Fucking leg it then. Might as well. Every fight is an art roll on the table. Power up. And grenade the back. Kill it before it shoots Ingram, we're good. Just looked up that the guy is still the secretary. He had way too many high positions in his life, but he seems to be the currently the executive director of the International Swimming Foundation. This is someone who's only there because he's someone else's friend, family. That sounds about right. Fucking figures, doesn't it? Someone just basically walked into it because, oh, why not? Oh, the sports shit is just fucked, isn't it? Oh. Oh, activate. Alrighty. Fucking Vince. One. Well, you know, still 2 turns because like it lets you move on the turn you have 0 left. So we might, with like the 5 move, we might be able to run into her. Still. Oh. Oh, Metal Gear just walked out there, so that's not good. Dynasty 5 has races that affected your stat growth and some abilities. This one has none of that. That is curious. After Dynasty 4 had that a little bit. There's like extra races who had. I don't think it sort of affected stats. It mainly affected like what classes they could be and get. Like the Alpha equivalent could only like didn't have some of the physical stuff and had more magic shit and all that. So seeing that like not in Nexus is kind of odd. I guess maybe they figured there's so many classes that they didn't need it, strictly speaking, but they should probably fight that so that them up there don't have to. What strength is it? Yeah, no, okay. You have to fight that at Echelon 3. Yeah, you fought 3 of them before. 2 of them shouldn't be too bad. Maybe. Yeah, now we're good. Just can't fucking hit Ingram. Just can't do it. Oh, good shit. I was kind of hoping if anything was gonna give me a good drop, it'd have been the fucking 10,000 metal, like 10,000 power Metal Gear unit. But all right. All right. Well, now we basically have to make a judgment call. Is she gonna be like to the left or right? Especially since we only have one more fight left in Echelon 3 before they have to retreat. These machine gunners can actually start shooting pretty quick. It's just a good thing they actually can't hit anything. I'm amazed like Ingram hasn't been touched by anything yet. This is it. I'll just have to reset the mission if we can't find her. Which is not looking great. You're taking the piss. Alright, I'll land turn and hope she just walks in this. Come on, fight. You fucking bitch. Fucker. There's gotta be a better way of doing this than just trying to guess and pick which corner she's in, because she clearly started somewhere else entirely. There's too many like potential variables in the whole like base it on like what spots get taken first. Like plan that this wiki has. That's turn over. Turn -1. Rip. Oh. No, some of the other ones actually would need fixed. Whoops. Get this lot. And you. 21 seconds. Step through it. Oh, I know I have like 220 express repair tickets, but I used to have 320. And then I got the Chapter 6 and later Operation Cube. Let's see, I'll make one more run and then I'll call it for the night. At least the stream for the night, I mean. Oh, mind you, my rations are getting low enough for me to be concerned, so I might call it for actual attempts on that tonight and let fucking logistics build it all back up. It's gonna be like 300 when they come out. 250. Okay. Well, it's good sometimes. It basically depends on if, like, oh, pardon me, God, if Ouroboros moved on her turn or not, which is the thing that's hard to tell. By hard to tell, I mean impossible to tell. Point B is taken, but C and D aren't taken. E, F, and G aren't taken. I and J are taken. H isn't. L was also taken. Which implies if she's anywhere, she's at point I. Although again, this is with the assumption that she moved on her turn and didn't just sit at a fuck out there. See, B is occupied, one of the other points of point 6 is occupied, none of them are. C and D and E aren't touched, so it's not down there. It's not H, it's not L. You know, L is occupied, so it could be L. I mean, okay, then any which way, it's probably the right side of the map. But I said that last time and that didn't go so well. Oh, there's a Metal Gear. I remember the last time I saw Metal Gear spawn here, she actually was very close. So that's good. Oh, they didn't want to fight us, alright. See you. Apparently the swimmer who smashed the doping test already had a positive doping test in 2014. Also, he didn't allow anyone to test his urine after he smashed the blood test. And then no one objected to that. What's even the point of having these competitions then? Or rather, what's the point of even pretending to have doping tests if the fucking person involved can just break them and not take them and can just compete anyway? Fucking hell. What's the point of the swimming shit anyway then if they're just allowed to do what the fuck they want? Nothing sports, man. It's hard. Sometimes it's like, why would you ever give a shit? This is just how nakedly corrupt it all is. Check your grenade. Beef out. Fucking bomb. I need to upgrade. I say that I need to upgrade everyone's ability. Only Ingram has like a. She lost a body. This. That won't hurt. In the actual Ouroboros fight, they can take it even with her being a body down. It does suck though. Especially since she went untouched the last time they fought one of these like double Metal Gear teams. What is this shit? I have reached the conclusion that the gunner class is dope. Do tell. What makes the gunner class so dope? We'll go down and around. Which is that L though. Charged up enough to run back. Go crazy. Oh well. Only stars are allowed to do that because people want to see them. It's fucking. Just fucking. It's ridiculous that shit is. Kinda hate how many fights are actually waiting down here. Has the ability that heals and removes status effects for a single party member. For one, and they also can just go full bind mode if you want. That is ridiculous. That's like the ultimate utility class for an FGLC game. Healing and then also fucking thing. Bind. I'm not going bind mode for the specific gunner though, because pugilist. Yeah. It's pugilism, isn't it? Whatever. Pugilism? I forget the pronunciation. So you can also go full physical damage. Oh. That's a lot of flexibility for one fucking class. I know they like doing that in FGLC, but that's like, even by the standards I've seen in like 4, that's a lot of flexibility. There she is. Gotcha. Either you try and rush me now, or no, try and like it. Just the fucking explosions everywhere. Oh, I'm took a bit of a hit. Nothing. Fucking took that. Alright. We're gonna need one more step, so Although the moment I beat like Ouroboros, the fight ends, so might we'll only get one out of this. Caught a lot of them. She has 3 characters capable of healing. Holy shit! Sounds like they brought over everyone who could heal more than anything, which is entirely fucking welcome in Etrian, obviously. Go. The herbalist from Etrian 5, isn't he? She goes fucking crazy. Move. Who else is getting targeted? Can't see. It was famous, fuck's sake. Couldn't see the fucking thing underneath her. Tuck around famous. There we go. Sadly it was dope because they could also poison enemies quite well. I like that. Makes a lot of sense too. Fuck's sake. Alright, map clear. What do you give me? If anything. God, God damn it. Oh well. It's gonna be us for the stream tonight. It's about the 2-hour length I wanted to go at max. So A, have shit to do, and B, it's just gonna be more of this. Well, I say that, but now my rations are at like 4,000, so I want to actually rebuild all that shit. Because, you know, that's perilously low in my opinion. So apparently all that leaked our information, leaked information published by the Australian newspaper The Daily Telegraph tried to cover up the whole thing, even though many athletes were already complaining about the guy. Fucking hell. Figures that's how it works. Was fun. Do one last build for stream look? Alright. Let's do it. But because I only have 4,000 rations, I can't do a heavy pro. Let's fucking... You know what? Rifle build. Can we get what? Actually, do I want a rifle build or do I want an assault rifle build? Alright, we'll just do it this way. Pick a class. Anyone will do. Because there genuinely there is one gun per class at least I want. There's several have, like, some of them have several I want. So... choose destiny. I just noticed that it's not just pictures of the guns. You can actually see bits of the characters holding them in the background. I just noticed there's no shotgun option. Yeah, shotguns are heavy production only. So, handgun. This is probably gonna end in misery because you're taking the piss. You are taking the piss. Why the fuck? Do you... Contender is the rarest handgun in the fucking game. She has, on top of like handguns just having like lots of like lower rank shit, she has a lower like spawn rate actually in the game than any other handgun. Stream luck is real. Hammer gets me a doof MG5 and Mamley gets me a doof Contender. Oh my god. Oh, that's fucking amazing. These streams are worth it alone for the goddamn stream luck. That's the most blessed fucking roll I'll probably ever get in this game. And there was me doubting it, because like, oh, handgun rolls are just kind of, you know, there's just a lot of low ranked handguns. They're all clumped together. Ooh. Thank you for coming out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for rolling for me. That was good. That's the end of Operation Cube. Ghost Frontline probably won't be back next weekend because I'll be building all the resources up over the week and weekend. So, and I'll be busy next weekend anyway. So, whenever I get around to this again, who knows? But Tuesday I'll be back for Hard West, the start of Hard West. So, see you then. Fucking thank you. Oh god.